All right, get ready, because today we're going to really dig into company culture.
Okay.
But not just, the usual stuff. We're
Yeah.
talking data analytics,
Right.
using data to actually figure out what makes a workplace, really thrive.
I like that.
Almost like we're going to decode the secret sauce of employee engagement.
Yeah, decoding the secret sauce. That's a good way to put it.
Right.
Because we're often just swimming in data.
Totally.
But it's all about figuring out those key ingredients, right? Those insights
Yes.
that can actually make a difference.
Exactly. So, to guide our deep dive today, we are checking out this business casual YouTube video.
Okay.
It's called, very appropriately, Culture Analytics with Power BI.
Hmm.
And in it, an instructor kind of walks students through
Yeah.
how to analyze a real HR data set. The
Interesting.
kind of stuff you might actually see in your own company system.
What I find interesting is the data points they use.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not just about basic demographics or
Right.
salary information. They look at things like how employees were recruited, their engagement levels, performance scores, even whether they've taken on special projects or left the company.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like piecing together a puzzle.
Exactly.
Like each data point is a clue.
Yeah.
And when you start connecting them,
Mhm.
you get this bigger picture of the employee experience.
And that's where analytics is really powerful.
Yeah.
Like imagine you could see that employees recruited from a specific university career fair, right?
Uh-huh.
Consistently outperform those hired through online job boards.
Oh, wow.
That kind of insight can completely change a company's recruitment strategy.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's like you can almost predict employee success based on where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What exactly do we even mean when we say employee engagement?
Right.
How do they actually measure that in this data set?
Good question.
Yeah.
So in this video, employee engagement isn't just showing up to work, right?
Right.
It's about actively participating in team initiatives,
Mm.
offering creative ideas, willingly going the extra mile.
Uh-huh.
It's about passion and commitment.
Right.
And they measure it using survey responses, participation in voluntary training, and feedback from managers.
So you're getting like a more well-rounded view than
Exactly.
not just numbers on a spreadsheet,
Right.
more about capturing that human element, that
Yeah.
spark that makes someone invested.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already seeing how powerful this is.
And they use this engagement score as a central point.
Oh, okay. I see.
Then they explore how other factors like special projects or termination status relate to that score.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm hooked.
Good.
So walk me through this. How does the instructor actually analyze this data? What tools are they using? It seems kind of mysterious to me.
It's all about Power BI.
Okay.
It's this data visualization tool that can take these complex data sets and make sense of them.
Yeah.
So the instructor creates a custom chart,
Oh, okay.
a scatter plot specifically,
Oh.
to visually show the relationship between employee satisfaction scores,
Yeah.
another key element,
Yeah.
and their overall performance rating.
Okay, so each knot is an employee.
You got it.
And where it is on the chart shows their satisfaction and performance.
Exactly.
So,
And just by looking at these patterns,
yeah.
the instructor can identify trends.
Oh, interesting.
Like, are satisfied employees also high performers?
Uh-huh.
Or is there a group of dissatisfied employees who are also underperforming?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
that visual makes it so much easier to understand what the data is telling us.
I see how that would be incredibly helpful for making decisions.
Mhm.
Instead of going with your gut or just anecdotal evidence.
Right.
You've got this, map.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out.
Yeah.
And remember, this is just one example.
Uh-huh.
You've got a whole toolbox,
Oh, okay.
and you pick the right tool for the job.
Okay.
The possibilities are endless.
Now I'm thinking about all the data my own company collects. There's probably so much we could learn from it.
Probably.
But okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
Tell me more about this focus on special projects.
Oh, yeah.
What makes that data point so interesting?
Well, the instructor sees special projects as an indicator of employee development
Oh, okay.
and growth.
Okay.
It's not just doing your assigned tasks. It's about taking on new challenges, expanding skills.
So someone who volunteers for a tough project
Yeah,
might be showing they want to grow within the company.
exactly. It's like a hidden message.
Wow.
Right.
That's a good way to put it.
And by looking at this data alongside engagement and performance scores, companies can start to understand what motivates employees to go above and beyond,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
and how that translates to success for everyone.
So it's not just about crunching numbers. It's more
Yeah.
like understanding how the company works, like deep down.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's on.
And the heart. And as we'll see, the more we dig into this data, the more we'll uncover these like hidden dynamics that make a workplace tick.
What's standing out to you so far?
Let's pause here for a second.
Yeah, what's got you thinking?
Yeah.
I think the potential of this whole approach is really striking me. It's like we can use data to go beyond just measuring performance.
Right.
We can like understand aspirations, desires for growth, and how those fit with the company's goals.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're making it more human.
It is. It's about going beyond those cold numbers.
Yeah.
And using data to create a more supportive workplace.
Yes.
For everyone.
But, and you said it earlier,
Yeah.
this is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah. There's so much more to discover.
Okay.
Are you ready to keep going?
Absolutely. Lead the way.
All right.
You mentioned there's more to discover.
Yeah.
What else can we learn from this data deep dive?
So the instructor in the video, they talk about something that caught my attention.
Okay.
Analyzing termination rates. It's a tough topic, I know. But understanding why people leave
Yeah.
can be so valuable.
It seems kind of backwards, though.
What do you mean?
Focusing on people who've left to
Right.
make things better for the people who stay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But this is where data can help. We can move beyond just guessing and get to those real reasons for turnover.
Okay, so like what?
Well, is it a lack of growth?
Okay.
Are certain departments seeing more people leaving?
Right.
Maybe there are patterns, with management styles or even compensation.
This sounds like a touchy subject, though.
It is. It is.
People might not like it.
What do you mean?
If they knew their company was looking at this data.
That's a good point. It's all about being responsible with data,
Yeah.
ethical. It's not about blaming anyone or creating this environment of fear. It's about finding what needs to be improved
Yeah.
and building a workplace where people feel valued.
Right. So not like Big Brother watching you.
No, not at all. It's using data to make a place for everyone.
The instructor keeps coming back to the idea of recruitment source.
Yeah.
Why is that so important?
Well, think about it this way.
Okay.
How you enter a company can really shape your experience there.
Yeah.
Imagine a company that's all about being innovative and taking risks.
Okay.
They might find that people hired from, like, hackathons are way more likely to volunteer for those tough projects we talked about.
Oh, right.
So their recruitment is feeding that innovative culture.
Wow, that's really interesting.
It is. It shows how important getting the right people is
Yeah.
by understanding what makes people tick from different sources.
Yeah.
Companies can get better at finding people who are not just right for the job, but right for the company itself.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like they're setting themselves up for success.
Exactly. It's a positive cycle.
I see.
And that brings us back to understanding the whole picture.
Yeah.
We can't just look at recruitment by itself. We have to see how it connects with engagement,
Right.
performance, growth opportunities, and even those termination rates.
So many moving parts.
It is. It's like weaving a tapestry.
Ooh, I like that.
Each thread is a different part of the employee experience.
Yeah.
And when you see it all together, you get this really complex picture
That makes sense.
of what makes a workplace work.
It makes me wonder what else is hidden in the data.
That's the thing, right? This tapestry is always changing.
Right.
As we get more data and better at analyzing it,
Yeah.
we'll just keep finding new insights.
That's exciting.
It is. It's like there are these hidden connections just waiting to be found.
Okay, so in the video,
Yeah.
did the instructor find anything really surprising in the data?
They actually spent more time teaching how to make the scatter plot in Power BI.
Okay.
Not so much on specific findings,
Right.
but they did say every company's data will tell a different story.
Makes sense.
What's important for one company might not be for another.
It's all about context.
Exactly.
But even without examples, the potential here is huge.
Yeah.
We can go beyond just intuition and gut feeling.
Right.
And really get to what makes a workplace thrive.
That's the goal.
But you need a clear idea of what you're looking for before you even start analyzing.
You have to know what you're trying to learn,
Yeah.
what questions you want answers to.
Otherwise, you're just lost in a sea of data.
Exactly. It's like sailing without a compass.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And that's where a good analyst is key.
Right.
Someone who can not only work with the numbers, but understand what they mean
Yeah.
and turn that into something you can actually use.
Like bridging the gap between data and what we understand as humans.
Exactly.
This field is constantly changing, though, right?
Yeah. And
New tools all the time.
all the time.
So what's coming up in culture analytics?
Well, one exciting thing is these people analytics platforms.
Okay.
It's basically software designed to help companies gather, analyze, and use employee data.
Cool.
And they're getting better all the time.
Uh-huh.
Easier to use.
Yeah.
So even small companies can use this.
So it's not just about having the data, it's
Right.
about having the right tools.
You need the tools to make sense of it
Yeah.
and actually use it.
Like having a powerful telescope to see the stars better.
That's a good analogy.
Thanks.
And just like astronomers keep finding new stars,
Yeah.
we keep finding new insights about people at work.
It is fascinating.
It really is. And we're just getting started.
This has been an incredible deep dive.
Yeah.
But why should our listeners care about this?
Good question.
What's the takeaway for them?
I think the big takeaway is that data can make work better for everyone
Okay.
by understanding engagement, satisfaction, performance.
Mm-hmm.
Companies can make better decisions.
About all sorts of things.
Yeah, like hiring, training, compensation,
Yeah.
benefits, all of it.
It's about creating a place where people feel valued and motivated.
It's about moving beyond just guessing
Right.
and using data to build a workplace that's actually human-centered.
I like that.
And that's something we can all agree on.
I feel like we've barely scratched the surface of this.
Yeah, it's a lot deeper than you think.
Way bigger.
It really is.
And what's so cool is that we're really just starting to understand this.
We are.
Like imagine as technology gets even better
Oh, yeah.
and we gather more data.
Right.
What will we learn about shaping company culture?
That's going to be amazing.
Makes you think, what other connections are out there
Yeah.
waiting to be discovered?
Right, like hidden gems in the data.
Okay, so thinking back to those data points,
Mhm.
there's one we didn't really talk about much.
Which one?
Termination status.
Oh, right.
It's a bit of a sensitive one,
Yeah, for sure.
but figuring out why people leave
Hmm.
could be so valuable.
Could.
Like we said before,
Yeah,
it seems strange.
I know what you mean.
Focusing on people who left to make things better for the people who stay.
Exactly. But think about it.
Okay,
If we look at exit interviews, performance reviews, even emails,
right.
in those last few months before someone leaves,
Uh-huh.
we might find things that could have been fixed.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Like maybe everyone's leaving a certain department because there's no room for growth there.
Exactly. Or maybe people who didn't do special projects
Yeah.
are more likely to leave.
That makes sense.
And imagine the data shows people who work late all the time are more likely to quit.
Oh, wow.
That could start a big conversation about work-life balance.
Yeah, that's huge.
Right.
Companies might have to change how they do things.
Exactly.
It's incredible.
It is.
Data can help us see the future.
In a way,
It can.
not just what happened in the past.
You know, it's not just about understanding things. It's about making things better.
It's like culture analytics is all about building a better future for our workplaces.
That's a great way to put it. This has been so eye-opening.
Glad to hear it.
Any final thoughts you want to leave our listeners with?
I think the most important thing to remember is this. Data can make work a better place for everyone.
Yeah, it can.
We can stop guessing
Mm-hmm.
and make decisions based on real insights.
Using data to create a workplace that's good for people.
That's the goal.
I think that's a great place to wrap up.
I agree.
This has been another deep dive. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for having me.